Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another awesome reading, off the chain, off the hook, right? So we start with the Five of Stones. This is, endurance, right? And so this little girl here, she's really a lady, but she's young, right? But and so she's sitting here underneath these kind of just she's being protected by this kind of cave kind of thing, or this the earth here basically, and she's being protected, uh and so but she's here and she has her stick in the fire. She's trying to keep warm, right? She has her little shawl here, and in the background here is a storm going on. Wow. And so she's sitting out the storm, right? She's able to endure a storm and wait it out. Your person, I believe, in this reading has learned something very, maybe it's you, right? The readings could be switched, but it looks like they have learned something very, like, really useful to them, like all this knowledge, because we have the La Papessa, and she is the high priestess here. And this talks about somebody who has learned a major knowledge, how she approached the fool, right? This is, kind of gnome. Yeah, this is kind of, the, I don't know, the kind of way that they do this, they do this divination, right? This deck. But the high priestess, during a fever, she's called the Lady of the Fairies. She appeared to Psyche, who was the fool, right? She appeared in front of him, and who was unable to determine whether or not she was real or a vision. So she appeared to somebody, and the fool, right, who was trying to go on an adventure here, which is your person, it looks like, to be with you. It does look like that. Who is sitting out this, like, waiting out a storm. She appeared to him, and he looked at her and he goes, well, are you real or are you fake? Right? And so, or just a vision, just whatever. And she taught him that she's real. So your person went through an awakening here that knows that the high priestess is real, divinate, like the universe is real and their psychic powers are real. This person went through an awakening, right? They did. And here is the empress, right? They got her here with her big boobs, and this is, she's a gnome, right? She's short, and she happens to happen. They all have big boobs, yeah, all these women. I feel like they do, and they're all like little short and chunky, right? But here she is, and this is the queen of the gnomes, asked the fool to heal her daughter, but threatened him with death if he failed. This talks about, like, strength. This person felt like threatened by this, but they have learned this strength. This is strength that comes from the heart. This is very cool because your person has awakened, and after they have awakened from maybe a disturbing awakening, right? But after they have awakened, they're like, wow, I'm so much wiser now and I know my powers, right? And they're sitting out, they're waiting out some type of a storm. Capricorn, sorry. This person's coming to you, but they're waiting out some type of a storm to pass. I feel like they are. That's all. That's what the first card talks about. The first card in the reading is always, provided I use a really kind of, deep deck kind of here, right? Is always very indicative, or, very relevant to the reading. And then we have pleasure. So, here's, this gnome here, and he's sitting in the cup. He's drinking. Yeah, he's drinking here. He's not sitting in here, but the cup is huge. He's on this little ladder because he's short. He's a gnome, right? And here he is, and his hat is already, looks like, is already in this cup, right? Maybe he's drunk, but this is pleasure, and this is, el placer in Spanish, right? But he's sitting here and he has a giant cup and he's scooping up the alcohol, right? And so this is major pleasure. Your person's waiting to be with you because they see the pleasure is so wealth waiting, so well, like it's worth waiting for. Yeah, come on, Denise. And so let's see what else we have, right? And today we're using the Lenormand and the gypsy. So we got gypsies here, and fairies, and and gnomes, right? I don't want to be the gnome, Capricorn. Is that all right? Don't make me a gnome. I want to be a fairy instead, right? Let's see what we have. See what we have, Capricorn. And I hope you guys are all well. Yeah, I do. See what we have. we have the Thief. This talks about somebody who is like creates. There's loss here, right? He's losing his watch because this kid here is stealing from him. But this is loss usually. This is kind of like the Three of Swords. So there's a loss here, and somebody's waiting. Yeah, let's see what else we have, Capricorn. And yeah, we also have the Ring. So there's a loss here because of this romance here. This could be engagement. It could be somebody has gone round and round here about creating a loss. I feel like it's kind of, yeah, I feel like, let's see what else we have. We have the Star. Yeah, see? Somebody wants, like, this is like a victory and a loss. The Five of Swords. Basically, it's kind of like that, this card over here. And let's see, we have, it can talk about third party energy here where, and I'm not saying you're really in one, I'm just saying that maybe there's three people here and somebody wants to come be with you and walk away from somebody else. It does kind of look like that. And here we have the Park. This card's a trip, right? And this talk about somebody maybe wants to see you. It can talk about social media. It can talk about dates. Like somebody wants to date with you. It can, yeah. And let's see what else we have. And the Star we know is healing, or somebody's in love here. Like, you're my shining star, you are. And let's see what else we have. And interesting how this is really really, when we see the Star on this deck here, on this card, it is the Wheel of Fortune. Or not necessarily the Wheel of Fortune, but definitely the Zodiac Wheel. Yeah, it's interesting how Capricorn and Sagittarius are right at the top. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to me, right? And then, or if you turn it over, right? Which is not really, this would be, but if you did turn it over here, we have Cancer and Gemini, right? Which are next to each other, of course, but that's kind of interesting here, right? And so we also, in the Park, let's see what else we have, and we have the Mask. So somebody could have had two kind of minds about the situation, because I feel like there's a loss being created. And this person's like waiting a storm out to come. Whatever that is, right? I got to I don't know. That's really interesting. See what else we have. And we have the Determined Man, Capricorn. Yeah. This is like they're showing the naked guy here. And he's not naked, but, his chest is exposed here. He's ribbed, Capricorn. So maybe somebody is. Or maybe they're this gnome here who is, not ribbed. Let's see what we got. And we have the Cross reversed. This talks about, I want to lay down this cross in this reading. I want to lay it down. I don't want to carry this cross anymore. I don't want to bear this burden anymore. Or sometimes it talks about, you know what, this is well worth it. Well worth bearing this cross, right? It can't. And that Mask can talk about deception. It can, especially when we see the Thief here, right? But I just feel like somebody had two minds. Your person had two minds about kind of being with you. I feel like they did, because I feel like they have learned here, right? La Papessa, she shows up. She has her book, right? She said, "Wake up! Look, see this lesson here? Duh, right? Can you read?" Just teasing here, right? Of course, Don't forget to teach your kids cursive, you guys, because they want everything to be digital and very impersonal. And we're not going to discuss that here because that is a huge discussion, and it covers many things. Don't forget to teach your kids that. Yeah, don't forget. Por favor, right? Yeah. Let's get into the reading, Capricorn. And we're going to use these round cards here because something's been going round and round here with this ring. Yeah, this person I feel like wants to be engaged to you. This visitor, this card, it's about a visitor sometimes, or a date. It can be, or public places, right? Being seen maybe together, or maybe meeting you somewhere. But it can be about social media because of the public places kind of kind of nuance here or whatever. But and it can also be about somebody wants to set a date with you sometimes, right? Let's see what we have, Capricorn. Let's see what we have with the little round cards here. These are the tea leaves, right? Let's see what we have. Does anybody really know how to read tea leaves? I feel like it's kind of cool. News is on the way. Yep. Let's see what else we have, Capricorn. Not just from Power and Light, all right? Here's the bird flying. And the months of the year, we'll take this because it just came here, December. This person could have made up their mind because in December. Because they're not waiting until December to come talk to you, Capricorn. No, they're not. Don't get scared, right? It's funny. See, I'm not scared, right? Let's see what we have. I feel like they made up their mind in December. Because remember here, it's February, and here is waiting the storm out. There's some type of storm that they're waiting to pass. Yeah, it looks just like my daughter made me a little painting here. I'd have it on the wall. It's very cool. There's like 6 paintings there on this little one, and one of them has a storm in the back. It's just like that too. It's really cool. Let's see what we have. Oh, she's a great artist. We have the tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Yeah, this person wants to see you. OMG. Or they want to celebrate a new beginning, right? Yeah, I always wonder what these were called. These are like German cups. It's like a just giant mug. I guess they put German beer in there, right? Yeah, they're very decorated. Yeah. I wonder if it's still going on because they're really having a hard time there. All over the world. Let's see what we have, you guys. Younger woman. Okay, nobody has to be young here, Capricorn. I don't like this card because I'm going to take it out because the younger woman, maybe somebody else is younger than you, but this is a general reading. It could be young, old, in between, right? Could be. So I just take that. I consider that to be a very neutral card. And we have the moon. Changes in your life. Yeah. And there's so many changes for me, all these changes for me. You guys have many changes coming here. Yeah, let's get into the reading. Yeah, it's a song I wrote. Yeah, I'm working on the notes right now, but it really goes. So many changes, all these changes for me. And that's what's going on here, Capricorn. Yeah. Let's see what we have for Capricorn. And this could be your person's reading, Capricorn. It might be. Let's see what we have right now. And changes in your life with the moon, celebration, enjoyment, news is on the way. Somebody's stepping into their power, Capricorn. That's what this person's doing. OMG. Ace of Cups, you see, for a new beginning with you. 7 of Cups. You're confused here if they are actually doing this. This is how it appears here with the 7 of Cups. This could be saying a difficult choice has already been made. I feel like it was made in December, right? Right? And so, and 2 of Swords here. 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Tower, 8 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. And in the outcome is the 5 of Cups. There's a sad ending here for somebody. It's not you, Capricorn. This person's trying to dip. They're trying to be this gnome here. Yeah, and they're scooping up. You know, here he is. He's really happy, and he has this giant cup here, right? It's interesting how this is pleasure, but down here is bebe, and I feel like that has to do with drinking or beverage. It probably does, because in Spanish it's bebed. This talks about, like, kind of having fun with this pleasure, and you know, they're talking about the picture where he's drinking and he's having fun, but it's about pleasure and this cup of love. Yeah, it's about love, basically, for sure, but the pleasure that comes with it. And there's pleasure here. For some, this person could be calling you to, inviting you out, or letting you know they want to marry you, possibly. And because they're waiting a storm out. That card was so, like, yeah, interesting. So down here, said Capricorn, I beg your pardon, is the Tower. And this is coming into play, or what you're focusing on. Maybe you know this person has a tower in their life. Maybe an ending to kind of rebuild or have something like something with you, right? Could talk about something that was built on a weak foundation, because your person had an awakening. La Papessa, she went to your person and said, wake up. And, you know, it's interesting how she went to the Fool. This whole deck is based on the Fool and the Fool's adventure. But the Fool can be seen as, a big dummy, okay? No digs on any Aries because we're not talking about Aries, right? We're talking about this energy. But he could be seen as very naive, like he wasn't awakened yet, right? That's really what the Fool is in the in the traditional tarot, because he starts out as the Fool, kind of like a baby, right? And he starts like a little kid. He starts out on his journey, and he does it very naively, like I'm going to go get what I want here in life. And sometimes that's what people need, right? To just can get out of their fear. But that's how kids are. Kids are like, right? This is how they learn to walk. They go, I know I could fall, but hey, I got to keep going here, right? And then people get conditioned as they grow. Yeah, they do. Don't forget the cursive, to teach your kids, right? They get conditioned, and then they develop fear in their life, right? Yeah. And so but the high priestess went to your person and said, look at this book here, look at the lesson I'm trying to teach you. And it awakened them. And for some reason, I feel like maybe you know this, but the tower is here, and this awakening could be a tower, but this could be a breakup here, because we have the Five of Cups in the outcome. Your person's either walking away from another person and they're waiting some storm out, or they're walking away from, maybe it's La Familia here, because I don't think I mentioned this card. Maybe, I think I went right to the High Priestess. This is the King of Cups, but in this deck it talks about family. Yeah, and maybe they're walking away from a family here, and they have to wait something out because it's their family, right? And they're not just going to like leave somebody high and dry, something like that. And here is basically he's kind of like the Fool, right? But they show him in this deck as the Jester. He's in prison, but he wants to get out because what's on the outside is Capricorn, is you or this other person. Like what he wants is not in the prison. You could feel really stuck here, Capricorn, waiting for them. You're confused if you're going to have a new beginning here with this person. Yeah. This could be this person down here that they are kind of focusing on getting out of prison here. And, they could be. And they might be in the tower over it. It's possible this person is in the tower. But I feel like this endurance card here, they look like they've already gone through the tower, and they're like, well, I'm going to sit this out and wait for the right time. Yeah, and let's see what we have. We have the Queen of Swords, and this is in the past, Capricorn, the Queen of Swords here, and Eros, right? Or it's really Eros, right? And this is about this couple here that can't really get enough of each other. They're naked, Cupid's in the back, and they're both madly in love with each other, and the passion is off the chain. And maybe you were concerned about that in the past, right? I wonder if they're going to come because there's so much passion between us. You could. Yeah, I feel like you were wondering that in the past. This could have been your person. It could have been too. The Two of Swords is showing up for you with the Ailing King. And, this is what you want, or this is what's helping you. But I feel like, what's helping you here is, because I read this spread the way it's put out here with these placements, but in two different ways, right? So I can really kind of delve. But this is like what's helping you. This person here is not happy, your person. They are the Ailing King, right? It's interesting how we say ailing. Maybe they're drinking a lot of ale, right? They could. It's interesting how they put that word, right? All these words mean different things. They do. And many of them don't mean what they originally meant, because they tried to change the meanings of words so you'd be fooled. Yeah. And I don't mean your person. Yeah. So, here, Capricorn, the Two of Swords with this, basically with this king here, the Ailing King, he goes to bed. You just got this card, because I've been using these cards a little bit, like kind of here and there. But I feel like you did. The Ailing King lies in bed. He fell asleep. He's really tired. He has all these potions to help him. They could be herbs. They could be alcohol. They could be codeine for all. I don't really know. Hopefully they're not that kind of stuff. But, he's trying to help himself go to sleep, and he's trying to deal with his pain. And every day he gets up and he says, well, I'm praying here. Here's the cross on the wall. I'm praying here that it's going to be a better day for me. And every night he says no. He lays down. He says, give me some of these potions to help me. And, this is what's helping you. Your person is clear here that wherever they're at is this kind of Ailing King dynamic. Yeah. And you could be maybe wanting them to see that here. You could. And here's the Ten of Pentacles, and this is in the near future. And this is fear, definitely here. It came out in the reverse, so we're going to take it in the reverse. And I don't have that many reversals here because I just don't. And so right here, this is in the near future. This person is breaking out of their fear. It's interesting here, and maybe to flee a family, Ten of Pentacles. Maybe they're married to somebody, you know. Yeah, for all you people who go, I don't want them to leave their family, Well, that's great, but that's noble. In fact, it is. But, people do it, right? Because they want to be with the right person sometimes, right? There's a lot of people who are married unhappily, okay? Yes, they are. Yeah, and so this person's breaking out of their fear, Capricorn, and here they were in the past, I believe, running with fear, but wanting to leave this graveyard situation they're dealing with, where there's nobody's alive, right? It's a graveyard, but the fear was to run into the unknown. There was more fear. Like I need to get out of here, but I'm afraid because I'm running into the unknown, and like a mystery. And so this is over with. This is very cool. The fear, the Hermit is in your advice. It shows up with the King, who has lots of desire here, Capricorn. This is Leo energy. That's what they're showing. And interesting, because Leo's about love, and there could be a lot of passion. It's a fire sign, right? This is desire. That's really all this card is. The King who has major desire. And so here's the Hermit. This is in your advice. This person has their wisdom, spiritual wisdom here, right? Remember La Papessa, La Papessa is the high priestess, right? And, she has shown up, right? And to wake them up, right? Hit them in the head with her, her kind of wand here or whatever. And, here is the Eight of Swords. This is in your environment. And this is also how you're being affected. This wisdom with this desire. And so here is by your person. Here's the Eight of Swords. This is how you're affecting them. They feel like they're stuck right now, wherever they're at. They want to release it. And this is in your environment. This person who feels stuck here. But they have some endurance here because they're waiting the storm out. Yeah, that is like the most important card. And we have the uncompatible couple here. Yeah, so here they are. They're going to release themselves here from this. And they feel real stuck here. And yeah, these people are totally uncompatible. They don't, they're here at this tree holding hands, but, they never have sex. No, they don't. And they're looking different ways. One person's in Tahiti and one's in Norway, right? They're going to go skiing here naked. And the Two of Pentacles is here. It just shows, if you can see the card, it's really indicative, right? It sure is. And the Two of Pentacles is your hopes and fears. It shows up with the Garden of Insights. You're wondering if they have awakened. That's it. And here, and if they are seeing possibly that their emotions or their love life is more important than this money, because the mansion sits in the back and it does represent financial gain. The Two of Swords, Capricorn, is that in your outcome? I thought I already read that card. I thought I did. Is it here twice? Oh, that was over here. Oh, the Five of Cups is your outcome. Yeah. Okay, come on, Denise. The Five of Cups is your outcome. It's a sad ending. There's 2 cups remaining. This is for you and your person, these 2 cups. This is your person grieving, walking away from another situation. And it's with regret, but it's not regret like players have regret. It's regret like I'm really sad to have for me to find the love of my life, and having to hurt somebody else, or at least having to bring down some major tower. And here's the devil, and this is the seducer, and this is like, I have so much desire, I have to go forward. Yeah, this is about temptation. Tentación. Yeah, it's interesting in Spanish how they say temptation. They say tentación, which means like my intention, like is to kind of realize what I'm desiring, what I'm tempted to go after. Yeah, I just realized that, right? With this kind of Spanglish kind of, yeah, and it all comes from Latin and all that. So let's see, we're going to start their readings, Capricorn, with the Gypsy spread, and they have the size card, and this is in the reverse possibly, but I'm going to put this back here. I'm going to put it to the side because I didn't even get to shuffle it all, right? This is somebody who's sad, who knows that they might end up alone or divorced. I'm not kidding. And let's see what else we have, but let's at least get a little bit of a shuffle because I picked up the deck. And let's see what we have. We have in the heart of the matter is waiting. In the past is the old woman. Coming into play is despair. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. And in the past, or not the past, the challenge here is the size card. This is so clear. It's not size like, I lost weight and I wear a size 7. No, it's SIGHS. It's a sad breath, like a deep breath, like a suffering. She threw the flower down. And in the heart of the matter, Capricorn, for your person is waiting. That's what they're doing here. This endurance card. Your person is waiting out a storm. This is also, they could be waiting because they know somebody's going to be very envious here. And your person has some type of a major plan. And in the past, as the old woman, they gained a lot of wisdom here, right? And maybe you're older, but this is also about somebody, it doesn't matter the age. This is also about them gaining their wisdom. And they did. Remember, La Papessa, the high priestess, went. She said, wake up, right? And coming into play here is despair. Somebody has a gun to their head. Yeah. You guys don't like this kind of drama, then, let's see what else we have. It's not really funny, but hey, this is what's going on here. And the constancy card is in the outcome. This talks about somebody who never stopped loving somebody. Yes, we're going to end this reading and go to the extended. This is their This is their reading. It's going to be a 15 card spread at the minimum because I clarify these cards to elaborate on the story, and we will have a tarot spread on them with their advice, their environment, what they're focusing on, what they're leaving behind, etc., Capricorn, what's actually helping them. I feel like it has to do with this sex card. With all this, here's a naked couple. The devil came out at the end. That's temptation. Etc. Okay, we're going to end this reading. Thank you so much. They're all super affordable. I do have the link below in the description box. Thank you so much, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.